Awesome. There we go. Crowd going wild. Awesome, guys. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to keep my chat open a little bit so you guys can, well, I'll keep it open, of course, and then you guys can ask any questions you go along, and as soon as I see it, as soon as I get a little tiny break, and I'll answer those questions. Whatever plugins, you know, whatever questions you got, totally, you know, if you're like, what did you just do then? That click, that, you know, whatever, I can rewind and, or, you know, just go back. So let's just go ahead and recap what I've already done. So let me share my screen here. All right, you guys can see that? What about hear it? Let me just play. All right, cool. So it looks like we're good. Okay, so just to recap what I've actually done, let me just move my screen around a little. All right, so the first lesson, or part one, I should say, I went ahead and just put down the music, which is a lot of these, all these colors up here, all these loops. I just put down like a groove that was really kind of something I can kind of like sing to, basically just create like a bed. And it's very, when you watch the first video, you'll see that it's very kind of almost boring. It's just pretty much the same all the way through, but that's okay because I just wanted a vibe and a groove, and I knew that I was going to pull things apart as I went. But so then the second video, I went ahead and did some rough lyrics and just put down some, you know, just the rough kind of scratch lyrics of, you know, I wasn't sure what was going to keep or whatnot. So I just put down some lyrics, some melodies and all that kind of stuff, just threw some stuff. So in the third video, I went back and I confirmed a lot of those melodies and a lot of those, you know, the lyrics and stuff, and tweaked a few little bits, but I think 90% or maybe 80% of it kind of stuck. And I was happy with that. It felt good. So I'm like, yep, let's just keep moving forward. You know, you guys know me. One of my biggest sayings is, you know, don't judge it till it's done. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, we're doing these in a batch of 5, and I've already done 1. So this is the second one. So I'm going to do a few more, and then we'll look back and be like, hey, that third one is awesome. You know, so that's the kind of the scenario. And then the fourth video that I did was all good vocals. Oh no, I'm sorry. The third vocal was all the good. The third video was all the good vocals, and then the fourth one was tuning them all. So now we're here. We've got pretty much the whole song there. We've got tuned vocals, and now we're just going to piece it together and edit if we need to a little bit, and like mute some parts and just kind of maybe create a couple more bells and whistles and mix it. And then, you know, this is my same process that I've been doing for hundreds of songs now, and so hundreds of tracks too. So then I'll mix it, but then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll give it with fresh ears, have another listen, and guarantee I'll probably have a handful of tweaks and then go from there. So let's dive in. So here we go. Let's play the track through with what we got.
That we wanted from here moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all, yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now and feeling something. Living only for this moment.
All right, good. So that was just up to the first. The second verse came in there. But already I'm going to be throwing a bunch of stuff on these guys. So this is a very simple kind of, it's not really much of a secret, but crystalloid algae on the vocals just sounds great. So I'm just going to copy all, actually, I'll just copy and paste it all. So where's my crystalloid algae? there. So one of the ones I use is Rockman. It's pretty easy. Sounds pretty great. Straight off the bat. I take off the delay and the reverb though. I don't know, that doesn't always work, but the compressor and what he's got set up works great. So I just copy and paste this down on these are all the lead vocals. And a lot of the time I'll do it on the backing vocals as well. Alright, so, okay, so now we're just listening. That's going to sound like a million times better.
There's something about that we wanted from here, moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all.
Alright, cool. So we got to put some verb onto those. So I always just bust these out, the verbs here. I just send it out to the reverb, which is already set up. I'll just put those at 0. This is what I have just in my template. And let's just see how it works, and I'll adjust as we go.
That we wanted from here, moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh, dancing now and feeling something. Ooh.
So I'm just kind of setting these vocals up to it's kind of like just a default kind of thing. We need some reverb on them. I'm putting them in the same reverb, a little bit more reverb than the lead vocal on the backing vocals.
Tomorrow, dancing now and feeling something. Feeling something. Living only for.
Just finding the ones that I like the most.
Dancing now and feeling something. Living only for this moment. Living only for this moment.
Alright, so now we're going to just start busting some stuff down, because there's a lot of stuff that's just going to the master, and I want it to be actually going to there. I have a template kind of set up. It's always kind of the same. It's just how I work when I'm mixing. You know, we've got all our, I'll just run through it really quick. We've got our reverb send. All these green ones are my buses or auxiliaries. So I got reverb, I got delay, which I'm going to put a delay on. When I think about it right now, let me just put on one of my favorites that works really well. Chrysalid Algae Epic is great, great delay plugin, and we'll just pick a reset. He has some great vocal stuff. Vocal 1, fine. We'll just sit there for a bit. And we'll see. I haven't sent anything to the delay yet, but so I'll send that main vocal to the delay, and I'll send a lot of these backing vocals to the delay as well, and these guys. So and then drums. So on the drums, we just have an EQ that's nothing on it yet. It's just ready to go. A great compressor, the solid state logic G-bus compressor. And then I have a parallel compressor on the drums, which I just squash. So I just squash it with a 1176. This one works pretty well. I only squash it, squash those drums if you want that, just that little extra punch in a big track. A lot of the time I have this set up here, it's ready to go, but I don't even have it activated, or I'll just turn it off, because some of the tracks are, if it's a singer or songwriter thing, and it's just got light percussion, you don't need to squash it. So then we got bass, kind of same kind of thing. It's already preset with just a little roll off around 60. I might pull that back just a little bit for this track. But we'll see. It's just set up. I'll come back and tweak that as we go. We've got piano. That one's got a little roll off already, ready to go. The LVs roll off. And it's also got the G bus compressor, which is, they've all got that on it. You got electric guitar. Now we don't even have any electric guitar in here, so that might end up going. They'll probably end up going. But I do have synth, so I'm just going to change that. Scott says, will you show the signal path for the parallel compression? Sure. Actually, yeah, great question. It's the same as the drums. So what I'm doing is, if you have a look up here, drums is listening to the drums. So anything I send to the drums, that's listening. And then also the parallel compression is listening to the drums as well. So they're both listening to the drums. So this one just squashes a little bit and turns it right down. So if I go right up to the top, drums, I always have drums at the top. If I just put this, I'm going to send this. This is my inputs and outputs. So I'm going to send this to the drums. There it is down here. So I send it to the drums. That drum kit is coming out of the, just coming out of both. I don't know if you guys can hear, it's very small. Now it's in. Now it's not.
So is one compressor feeding the next?
No. No. So they're both, it's kind of like, because the one channel, like drums is just, let's say it's just that one channel. I can send that to 30 different buses if I want. I can send it to as many as I want. So each one has a separate thing. And then these guys go separately to the mix. So then so from those drums, they'll actually go down to, all the way down here to the mix bus. So that's my mix bus. It's kind of one extra step than a lot of people take, but I prefer it. So I do little changes. So I go down to the mix bus. Everything that's bussed here, the piano, the drums, the parallel drums, the synth, the lead vocals, everything goes to the mix bus, which is kind of like the master, but it's not. I put one more effect on it, one more little squashing, or one more gluing, I'd say, and then it goes to my master bus, if that makes sense. So, yeah, hopefully.
Okay, now are these split stereo? Is there anything weird or different? I mean, you say the parallel, is there one treatment versus another, or is it now just two channels of drum that are differently compressed?
Yeah, yep, you pretty much got it. You nailed it. One is super squashed, and one is just a normal compressor, like just touching it a little bit. So you'll hear as you can hear the difference. This one's super squashed. And this one's barely even touching. So not even minus 2, not even 2 dB of gain reduction. So that just gives it a punch. You'll find it's a cool little secret. If you just look up that 1176 squashing or all button, it's kind of a cool little thing. It just gives it that deep down in the mix. So it's not like down low, but it's deep down above. It's hard to hear, but you can hear when it's not in there. It just doesn't have punch. So that's a real kind of cool little thing. But yeah, so hopefully that kind of makes sense.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, good question. Now look at all these drums. I'm going to be pumping a lot of drums through that. So let's just do that now, and then you'll hear. I'll A/B them, and it'll be a huge difference. So we're at claps, we got all the way up to here, I think. We got kick drums, drums. Let me go solo. That's regular, normal without the parallel. squashed, so it's just super squashed. So but I just bury that down like really low, and then I kind of bring it up till it feels right, and then I A/B it. Sometimes I'll I'll mute it to see if I'm hearing it different, but it just creates a little punch. So all right, keep going. So those are all my drums. Then we got I think this is the synth. That's bass. So then we'll put that down as a bass. I might be adding another bass. That's the arpeggio. So I'm going to create another bus for the arpeggio. Alright, up there, where is it? Alright, now we got, that's hats. It's got to go to drums. So I just want to make sure I move that to where all the drums are. So I usually, with every session I have, and I encourage you guys, start to get into a format of where everything is. So I have drums at the top, then I have bass right underneath the drums because that's the real rhythm. Then I have synths or electric guitars and a lot of the other rhythm stuff. And then I have my lead vocals and backing vocals right at the right before all my buses. And that's kind of like I just know where everything is. So something's playing up and I know it's in the drums or something, I just head straight there and without So it's good to get into those formats. So it's like a pad. I'll go with the synths. What do we got here? Another synth. And that should be the drums. And this is the hook. Because that hook's a main part, I'm actually going to create another bus for it as well. I don't think we have anything in the piano. I'm going to create the hook.
There's something about it that we wanted from here, we're moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now, and no holding back.
All right, cool. So, okay, so let's start playing with some stuff here. So I've got everything sent out to their buses, which is going to sound 100 times better. When you guys do watch the replays, you'll see that it was distorting a lot heading to the recording program I was using, and I should have watched those levels a lot. It wasn't distorting in my speakers, but it was distorting on the inside, and I was like, so you'll hear that a little bit, but so I apologize for that when you guys hear that. Some people might notice, but it was a little annoying for me. I was like, that's horrible. Anyway, so here we go. So let's just, I think that might be kicks too loud. Let's just start. I'm starting to mix and add as I go here. All right, I'm going to cut out this. so we need some reverse cymbals and stuff. Let me just, I'm just going to do I could use a sample, or I could just show you how I would make one. So let's just go, let me hit. All right, cool. So let's just find that. I'm just going to go out here. There it is right there. Alright, so you can just drag this down. The drums I'm using here are Easy Drummer, but I've got a lot of other samples going underneath. You'll see in the first video I go ahead and tune up some of these kicks. So these kicks are actually tuned to the song. So you got. So I've tuned them to the song. It just gives it bigger, fatter, punchier sound.
I feel the beat.
So let me just drag this down, and that converts it to a cymbal there, and that's really quiet. I'm actually going to boost this right up. Oh, actually, let me do the Alright, so that's fine. I do want it louder, actually. I'll just have to turn it up this way. Alright, cool. So we got that. Now I'm just going to reverse that. Reverse. There we go. So we got a reverse cymbal now. Let's go ahead and make sure it's where we want it. So I don't have any cymbals in here yet at all. I do the cymbals last a lot of the time on these tracks. So maybe that first one won't work. Put it through the drums. Alright, we need a ton of reverb on that. I actually might, I'll put a reverb on it. I'm missing that attack. There we go, I think. So I'm going to add another cymbal in here as well. Yeah, that's the one I want.
Something about it that way you want it. From here we're moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger.
Those kicks are way too loud. Actually, let me group them. Kicks. Alright, now we can pull them down. Oh, got to activate them. Um,
There's something about it that we wanted from here moving on, yeah. And everything that makes it stronger seems here now. No harm
that's
back.
I was wondering why the drums were so loud, the kick drum, but it was coming from the other kick drum, the easy drummer kick drum.
Only ever moving forward, but we got it all.
I might see if there's another kick. I wonder if that works.
But we got it all.
I might send this to the reverb. Just get a little extra attack. I'm not really liking that cymbal, but we'll see how we go. I might replace that later. Alright, so I need a few more of these cymbals, so I'm just going to put these in where they go.
We wanted from here moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back. Wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
Alright, fix these guys up.
Ooh. It's now I'm feeling something.
Alright, something's really cool with these BVs. This is something I've kind of stumbled on a while ago, and I've been loving it. I just keep using it all the time. It always works really well. So on the bus of these BVs, I use where is it? I can't find it right when I need it. It's not the, oh yeah, Maserati groups. So this sounds great. Put it on the BV, just play with the sensitivity.
Living only for this moment.
Alright, so I've got this part here. I didn't tune it up. I just put a it was actually the scratch part that I was singing when I first came out, trying to come up with ideas. But I like it, but I just want to bury it. So, but I just want it there subconsciously, kind of.
For this moment. For this moment.
And I actually might just copy it twice. Actually, let's double it. Let's make it really big. So what I'm going to do here is there's a little gap here for this moment. I kind of have a gap. So I take a deep breath. I don't know why I did that, but it's just a scratch. So I took a breath because I couldn't breathe or what it was. But I don't want that. I want the first one. But now I've got an idea of just copying them both. So now it's just really big, but big and washed out.
For this moment. For this moment.
All right, so we're just going to throw a bunch of reverb on that. Because I want it in there underneath that hook, but I don't want it too loud where you really can hear it.
Living only for this moment. I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeating on. Living only for this moment.
Just putting a group together so I can pull these down at the same time. They all go down at the same time.
For this moment.
So even more, I want even more reverb on that. I'm going to pull that up to a chamber. I just want it subconsciously in there.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away.
I get rid of that snare.
Seems to melt away.
So adding those little bits, I don't know if you heard that, but just taking that one snare out, it's adding ear candy just by pulling it out. Have a listen to this snare here, how it's in here, and then I'll take it out in a second.
I'm knowing just seems to melt away.
Now, with it out,
I'm knowing just seems to melt away.
it's so clear. It's like adding ear candy, but the reversed way. So.
Melt away.
Okay, cool. So we don't have this part, so I need to copy and paste the pre-chorus.
Seems here now, and no holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow.
Alright, too much reverb on these guys.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
Alright, copy that.
Just seems to melt away. And no holding back. Just seems to melt and no holding back.
Alright, so I'm fading over that, so I'm going to have to create another couple of tracks. This is just there's so many ways to do this, and this is just the way that I do it. So all these things that I'm showing, all these ways that I'm doing it, there's 100 ways to also do the same thing. Let's just create 2 of these. Oops.
Feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back. But we got it all.
Alright, where's those other parts? No holding back.
Moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow.
It's up here.
Thing makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. Move away. No holding back, only ever moving with. But we got only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow.
Alright, we need just another stop there, so let's get rid of some of these.
Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. We won't wait till tomorrow. We won't wait till tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow. Alright, so we need to copy that other course. Let's just copy that now. I don't know if I copied it all.
Ever moving, I feel a bit. We won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
Alright, so we got a few. Now we're into the into the chorus, the bridge, I should say.
Every second when you're near.
Alright, the mistake there. Where's this guy? It's missing the first chord. There we go. Okay, so that arpeggiated thing needs to kind of stop there too.
Every second when you're near.
My hat's going through that part. Where are my hats? There they are.
Every second when you're near.
So I have this, you'll see in the first video, I have a side chain of going the vroom, vroom, vroom. I'll solve it so you can hear it. Oh, hang on, I got to solve that. What's happening up here is this kick up here is triggering the side chain. So the kick is just one, dun, 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 dun. It's just the same kick pattern throughout. So it's triggering this. So when we go to that quiet part, I think I want to take that side chain out. So I'm wondering which way I should do it.
Every second when you're near.
Let's just try it this way.
Every second when you're near. When you're near.
So I do want to go down in volume too. I don't know if I should do my automation just yet.
Every second when you're near. Ooh.
Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll just commit now. So let's just do a little bit of automation.
Every second when you're near. Ooh. Every second when you're near. Ooh.
All right, so
Ooh.
all right, cool. So I do like that. So I'm going to make the little bit of automation on this one as well.
Every second when you're near. Ooh.
All right, so now I got to copy these other choruses again.
We won't wait till tomorrow.
All right, these guys got a bit mangled.
Every second when you're near. Ooh.
All right, I got lost that. Where's my little other part?
Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
All right, we'll come to the ending. I'm going to do a lot of doubles and just have like maybe some stuff coming on the upbeats, and then I've also got a little ad-lib kind of thing I'll throw in there as well. But there's one part that I keep hearing in my head is I want another track with tons of delay on it just for that that bridge part where I'm like this part. So I want to put like a filter or just some fun, crazy stuff on this one. I feel like that's too early. Yeah, something's a little too early. Whoops. Ha! No, yeah, that's bad. So I might have sung that wrong. I'm gonna have to re-sing that again, or let me just see if this kind of works, and I'll put I'll put some effects on the second one, like I'll do something different, like a filter or something. That's where it's supposed to be. I don't know why it came in early, but anyway. I might have to redo that. We'll see if it keeps bugging me, but I'll keep moving on. Okay, so I do want to add, let's do a, there's two things I want to do. I want to add a filter where it's like, woo, like a filter going, like an automated filter, but then I also want that channel to have some delay on it where this part is like, no, hold on, back, without doing too much automation. All right, let's just do a filter on these, and then we'll see. Now, what filter do we want? Let's do Sound Toys. Filter Freak. This is pretty cool, this one. Way too much, but something.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something.
It's not really a sound I want. I'm going to automate it myself. So I'm just going to do a filter of my own. Let me just put this on repeat. How you guys going? Are you guys bored yet, or are you following anything? Or all right, cool. All right, so we're just gonna. That's what I want. So, all right, so let's just automate this. What are we? Which we're going to do? We're going to do a whole high pass sweep. So I go to automate the high pass filter, high pass. Frequency. Oh, that's low pass, high pass. Where'd I go? There it is. Okay, so then we can just draw it in if we want. So I want it the other way, actually. The idea is I want it to sound like it goes from affected to clean, but it's really still affected. And then when the big one comes in, it comes in real. So I'm actually going to keep a little bit of that filter on. Alright, so we'll just copy and paste that over and that should all stick, I think. Yep. That's too nice also. I think that's working. I'm just going to throw a bunch of delay on it now because I want it really different. Let's go with a this delay is pretty cool. Valhalla, I'm a big fan of Valhalla stuff. Let's go to the Ghost one. Actually, no, let's do H delay. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to get too hung up. I'm kind of starting to dig a hole, so I'm trying to just play with different stuff. And you lose perspective of the whole thing, because I could end up dialing that for an hour trying to find this cool thing and all this cool stuff happening, and then I'm like, hang on, it didn't even work in the first place. No delay worked. So let's just keep going back. So I wanted a delay on this this part too.
No holding back.
Back. Like that. So here we go. I'm going to create another 2 tracks. As I said, there's so many ways to do this. I just like copying another track and just make it all separate. We'll make these guys. So this is going to be the delays on it. It's the exact same thing except for it is going to have a no holding back. Let's do H delay.
Makes us stronger. It seems here now. No holding back.
No holding back.
Makes us stronger. It seems here now. No holding back. Only it seems here now. No holding back. It seems here now. No holding back.
You know what I might have to do? I might just have to do it on the word back. So
Now, no holding back.
back. I want it pretty clear.
Now, no holding back. Now, no holding back. Only you now, no holding back. You now, no holding back. Only ever moving forward. You now, no holding back.
Ah, nope.
You now, no holding back. Only ever. You now, no holding back.
Back, 1 E and a dun.
You now, and no holding back. Here now, and no holding back. Only ever moving forward.
Getting
Here
there.
now, and no holding back. Only ever.
So it works a little bit more on that.
Now, and no holding back.
Yeah, there we go. Just on that last little tail.
Here now, and no holding back. Now, and no holding back. Only now, and no holding back. Now, and no holding back. Only ever moving forward. We got it all. Yeah, it's here we forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now and feeling.
I'm not liking that reverse symbol at all. All right, so we've got that. That's what I wanted for that delay. I've got to redo that over here as well. We'll see. I'm starting to get a little bit buried into some of the details, which may or may not work, and so I want to keep moving forward.
Just seems to melt away. No holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow.
Might do that on the morrow as well. Till tomorrow.
Wait till tomorrow.
I am going to go back and do I'm going to change one.
Now, no holding back. Only ever moving forward. Now, no holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. So, all right. I think there's a bit too much reverb going on, so I'm going to start pulling things down a bit. Okay, cool. So keep moving on. We are going to. I wanted to do a reverse. Now, okay. So I'm going to make a kind of a. We'll see if we got one in. I might make them both. So, like I want to revert more reverse stuff that's got something that kind of builds up. Nexus is great for these risers. Let's find a riser. Find a synth because I want it to be like a synth thing. Let's try something. That's cool. Let's see if that works in there. What note we got here? It should be a D, I think.
We won't wait till tomorrow.
I still don't like that reverse symbol. Alright, keep getting rid of that.
Stronger, it seems here now. No holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow.
It's not much of a riser. It's a rising synth. It's just a sine wave kind of thing. All right, well, I like it though. Let's just record that. I'll just pencil it in. No, wait.
Seems here now, and no holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh. And no holding back. Only.
All right, so I just want to throw that down to a stereo track, not auxiliary. Oops. Now I'm going to do a pitch thing on this. To the drums. So I'll just copy it. So I go to original, and then we're going to pitch it. So this plugin here, it's kind of old school. There's so many different ways you can do this, but this works for me. We're just going to kind of get it go, you know, kind of like rising. So we're just going to analyze it, pull it down, see what this sounds like. Oh, I think there's actually two. It's too long. I think I only want it one measure. 1, 2.
Seems here now, no holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
That's all I want. So let's see if that works. Where'd it go? Yep.
But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
Yeah, I might cut it out before that. See what that sounds like.
But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh. We won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
All right, so that one I like it. Let's just squash it though, so it's really, really compressed. Let's use 1176.
We won't wait. We won't wait till tomorrow. 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 Tomorrow.
All right, here tomorrow. Somebody hear me?
Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
Yeah, just a little bit more reverb. That's a bit better.
Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh. It's now, I'm feeling something.
All right, those got to go. I got to repeat those too. Oh, they need to go somewhere else over here, I think too.
I'm knowing just seems to melt away. We won't wait till tomorrow. We won't wait till tomorrow. We won't wait till. We won't tomorrow.
got a lot of reverb on that hook.
And now I'm living every second when you're here.
Alright,
And now I'm living every second when.
so I'm just going to turn these guys down a bit. Sometimes that's easier. If it's just the bridge, it's the same channel as the others.
And now I'm living every second when you're here.
Alright, here's another little secret for you. I learned this from the Chainsmokers. This is a great one. Just turn during a bridge like that. You can only go as loud as zero. So if you drop back the bridge part, or the part that you don't want it to go as big, if you just drop it back like a dB. So on my master chain here on my mix bus, I'm going to drop it back just on that part, like going down to a dB. It's just going to sound bigger when it comes in.
And now I'm living in.
Maybe 2 dB. So by the time I've done 2.5 down. Just gives it that extra little. You've just added 2D. What do we got here? You've just added basically 2.5 dB to your mix secretly. So yeah, so it's a really cool little trick if you want it to get real big. So that's just in the master fader. Everything goes down a little bit. It might be 2.5, might be too much. I don't know. It might be too. You shouldn't notice it. You should just be like, yeah, it kicks. You know, when it comes back in, but you didn't know what. It's a hidden little thing. But I've done that a lot. It works really well. So let's keep going to the end.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. Living only for this moment. Living only for this moment, for this moment. Living only 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 for this moment.
So I want something to kind of move around there. I might chop up some stuff and just kind of jam, because I do have an ad lib that hopefully works up here over that, just kind of like jamming out. Let's just see if it works.
Living only for this moment. For this moment. Living only for this moment. And for this moment. For this moment.
right, let's end it. So that's. I want to end on that, me singing that last line, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. That's where I want to end.
For this moment, and for this moment,
Dum.
for this moment.
Where's that? This guy. There goes my fade.
For this moment, and for this moment.
A little quieter.
And for this moment.
Oh, we got to add this guy in here somewhere too.
Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Here, we won't wait till tomorrow. It's now.
I wonder if that D works for a little bit. D minor.
Tomorrow. It's now till tomorrow.
I think I like it cutting out. Let's do.
Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. We got it all.
Oh,
Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till. We won't wait till tomorrow. It's now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. And now I'm living every second when you're here.
all right. So let's take a break for a second. All right. So how's everyone doing? Your ears getting your ears feeling like mine? All right, cool. So I do want to do a couple more things, but we are getting close to that point where I'm good to put it down as a mix and come back with fresh ears, and then you can just hear it so clear, and you just be like, oh my goodness, what am I doing there? That's a horrible sound, or get rid of that, get rid of this, or that. Sometimes it's more a little bit more practical or a little bit more faster to do that. There's a couple of things I do want to do is I think the drums is okay, but I do want to hear it with fresh ears, like as a mixed, and then it's like, okay, as I listen to that, comparing it to the Weeknd, I'd be like, okay, I got to replace that kick, and that, kind of sometimes a little bit clearer when you pull it up and it's an actual song instead of just pieces and ideas. So I did want to add maybe a couple of reverse snares, just as ear candy, coming in only a couple of times. So
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing.
wow. Yeah, maybe on that. So let's just. Let's reverse that one.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat.
That's cool. I like that.
Feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt.
Might get rid of this.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now, I'm feeling something.
I think I need a few more symbols on those on the starts there.
Wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow. Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow.
Gosh, I'm really not liking those symbols. All right, let me. I do have a favorite here. Where is it? My favorite, and I think I've given out this out to you guys too. If you don't have it, my sample pack, make sure you grab it. Where are we here? It's under Steve on my computer. It's under Steve's made samples. Steve samples. And it is percussion, and it's called Awesome Reverse Cymbal, and I just always like it. Where are we here? All right, awesome cymbal. Where'd you go? Oh, down here.
Won't wait till tomorrow.
Ah, see, I love it. So once you find favorite sample, or once you design or get what you like, save that sucker. Yeah. So Okay, cool. I just saw the chat. I don't know. There any questions there? Just scrolled up. Oh no, it's the right time. Doing good. Thanks, guys. So Scott said, before we're done today, I feel like it would be helpful to see what you have stacked up as tracks. Lead vocal stacks, first harmony stacks, second. Perfect. I'll do that. Great idea. What's in the drum syncs? Actually, the first video, I know you probably haven't watched. I only just posted it. I go through all the. I don't go through the vocals, but I do go through all the sounds. So you'll see all the sounds and why I chose them and all that kind of stuff. So that'll help definitely. So much of this style seems based on the sound selection to emulate this tracks. Yes, so definitely watch the first video. I'll go through a little bit of it, but I'll definitely watch the first video because I stack up all the, and I kind of, my thought process on selecting some of those sounds. But I'll go through my vocals for sure. So let me just put these cymbals in and then I'll have a look. So. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear the difference? This is the fun part when it's like, yes, that's what I was hearing. It was that other symbol was bugging me, and I'm just like, I can't find the right one, and then you find it, and it's just like, this is why I love music. So anyway, I'm glad you guys can hear that too. This is that dinky little symbol here. It's not too bad. It just sounded weak. This one just sounded. Okay. Let me see if I cut it.
We won't wait till tomorrow.
Oops. Let me go back. Cut it to the grid makes it so much easier.
Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. We won't wait till tomorrow. It's now we're feeling something. No holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. It's now we're feeling something.
Yeah, all right, so let me just fix up that last part. I think I've got some parts that need a bit of chopping. We'll start heading towards a mix down. Oh, let me go through the vocals. So we got the main lead vocal. Obviously you got one just by itself for the verse. As the song builds, I wanted parts to kind of build and get bigger and bigger. So the first part's just pretty standard.
From here we're moving on, yeah.
And then we go to we pan it out stereo for that next part. You'll hear it. no holding back, and then I added back, some delay on that last part.
Makes us stronger. It seems here now. And no holding back.
And so then I just wanted a bit of, no holding back, a little bit of silence to kind of give it, because in the chorus we're going to be singing, ooh, we're going to be full, So then.
Ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. Dancing now, I'm feeling something.
So in the oohs, I just wanted an ooh, and I just doubled all these harms. You'll hear it when you watch as I do the writing all those parts, but I just got a high one, ooh, something like that, or low. I titled it wrong. Anyway, so that's not high. But then we got the next one. Then we got the next one, which is just one ooh, kind of like. Let me just pause that one by itself. That's in there, and then there's the last one, which is the high one. And so I just wanted a wall of lots of sounds, and I've kind of panned them left and right, hard left and right. As we get a little closer, I might move them in a little bit if it doesn't feel like it's all sitting there. If they're like, I need a little bit more clarity, I might move them around a little bit. One thing I am going to do is cut off all these breaths. So that's one thing I'm going to do pretty shortly here. So, but that's the oohs, and then I went back to just the.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
I did an added harmony on that one, just that second time. So that, just this yellow one here is the.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something.
Ooh, which is the same thing, and then.
Living only for this moment.
So then I have a harmony just on that, just to give it that extra ear candy. It constantly keeps growing, constantly having different stuff. That's all, and I just copied that straight over. The only different part, the different part in the verse is, the two verses are different because the first verse is just one by itself going mono, or just going in the middle, and the next one is going to be stereoed with a harmony, I believe. So let's have a listen to just the second verse.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems.
So then, but I do have harmonies on it. So here are the other harmonies down here.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away.
So that kind of gives it that real different second verse is very kind of different.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward, but we got it all.
So it's constantly, the approach I wanted is constantly going from, with the vocals, like go from simple to something big to sort of simple to something big. I just wanted it kind of changing. If you hear that in that verse, I got a lot of harmonies. Then I just go back to just no honey back and then a bit of space, a bit of silence. So you'll hear the harmonies. I wanted all those contrasts because you always want that contrast to keep the ears going. It's like, oh, that's, it's just different, and all the sections sound different. So just hearing that again, it just breaks it right down.
Here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh, dancing now, I'm feeling something.
Cool. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea, and that's basically all there is. Lots of those oohs because I wanted that to be a big wall, and now let's go ahead and chop up that last part so it kind of sounds.
Dancing now, I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
So I'm just chopping up stuff to kind of see what sounds good.
For this moment.
No, I don't know. Alright, so I'm not 100% happy on what's going on at that last chorus. I might need to do something, or I might, pull them down, make them maybe more squashed, or maybe just change up that last part a little bit more. It's kind of repeating a little bit too much the same. But at the end of the day, the ending of the song is not as important to the beginning. So there's another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to filter all this in at the beginning. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to do the same kind of filter that I did before. High pass. And I also want to do on and off master bypass. Ah, the other way around. Whoops. I did it right. No, I think right. I did have it right. There we go. Alright, now we do the EQ. That's the master on. right, that's where it is. I'm just going to mark it so I can see it without doing any other marking. Let me just mark it then. Alright, there we go. I like the idea. Whoa, something with that. What happened there? Do not know what happened there. Why would that just change like that? It's like it changed key on me. Pitch bend from where though? Down a semitone? Yeah, but not the whole thing. I think it's just this one. How did that happen? Oh, it is all of them. Okay, so yeah, maybe I accidentally, I don't know what I did. Let's see if the notes are down. Ah, what happened there? Alright, which one of you guys playing games on me here? So which one of you guys hacked into my system and just tweaked it just enough? All right, I don't know what I could try and figure out. Randall says it could be the pitch bend, but I don't have a pitch bend or anything. I thought, yeah, maybe something was sitting on the pitch bend, but no. K-Pod you down half a step. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is what I do. I'm just gonna saving it as it is, but what's the time? So it's 3:47. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to open up the last autosave. So something happened there, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what that is. Is that happening to any of you guys? It's just, I must have hit maybe I hit a shortcut key, and something. Where are we here? It's good, a little ear break. There we go. Record, enable it, and flip the FB wheel. Maybe it just got random PB message. What's PB? Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe. All right. Well, anyway, we'll see what the last. I don't think I did too many changes in the last 5 minutes. But anyway, so where's my session? Okay, the last session back up was 42, so it's 48, so 5 minutes ago. Should be able to find a random MIDI message like that in the list editor. You're right, and I don't know what you're talking about. so I'm like, that would make sense, and if you're smart enough, you could probably dial in and get that. Or I just do it this way and be like, all right, let's just get back to all right, we lost 3 or 4 minutes of our lives, and I'm back here, so back in it. So yeah, I don't know what that was, but I could try and figure that out, but my brain just tells me, oh, whatever, gremlins, who cares, let's just keep moving. So let me save it now as the new copy. Track recovered 1. There we go. Alright, so I just have to do the volume. Alright, I'm happy with that for now. I don't want to get too buried down on it. That'd be nice for a silence, I think. Alright, I'm just going to do this. There we go. Whoops.
seems here. Seems here now.
Alright, let me see if I can drop this down. Maybe in a little less. Well, let's see what the drop is. Nope. Alright, so that'll be fine for now. Let's go ahead and mix it. My ears are getting a bit ready to mix it and ready to listen to it tomorrow. So what are we on? We're nearly on 2 hours. So okay, cool. Let's go ahead and mix it. So let's just go dive in. So let's go ahead.
There's something about it that we wanted from here moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it.
So what I like to do too is I'll kind of do the mixing and the mastering at the same time. So on my mastering chain, I've got my mix. You kind of just saw it there. I'm going to push this a little bit, just kind of figure it out on that as I'm getting towards the end. But I like to have my mastering chain on already, but I don't really get it triggered much. I kind of let it hold back a little bit from really doing anything. But that limited really, it does kind of just, you can hear the volume, it goes up.
There's something about it that we wanted from here moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all, yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. It's now, we're feeling something.
Alright, so
Makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all, yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. It's now, we're feeling something. Living only for this moment. It's now, we're feeling something. Living only for this moment. It's now, we're feeling something. with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back.
Ah, where's that symbol? It's amazing how something bugs you. Get rid of those symbols. It's like a little monkey with his little... He's joining our little circus here. That one. Delete.
Tomorrow, it's now I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. I feel the beats on.
So I watched the tutorial on this plugin here. It's really cool. It's on your mic. You put it on your mix bus, and you know, Chris talks about if you want a little bit more drive, obviously glue or treble or bass. You can kind of like, it's an overall kind of sounding kind of thing. But you just push it up a little bit until you're kind of hitting maybe -1, -2. You just kind of like, you're just taming some of it. And it just does something that's just really nice. And this track, I don't really want any drive to it. I just want to glue it a little bit more. And so here I'll A/B it, and you guys may be able to hear it through the online stuff.
For this moment.
Sure, it's adding a bit more volume, and that's true, but it still just gives us something.
For this moment.
Drive it till that red signal goes a little bit more closer to the red, a little bit more warmer.
For this moment.
But then you don't want to pull any more than -3 down. So.
For this moment. I feel the beats, all I'm needing. Feel the beats all for this moment. I feel the beats, all I'm needing. Repeating on replay. I feel the beat.
I'm just kind of getting rid of that annoying sound, that stuff that's just kind of like, eh.
I feel the beat. I feel the beats, all I'm. I feel the beats, all I'm. I feel the beats, all I'm. I feel the beats, all.
All right, just about to get closer here. Should be able to find a random. Okay, that's what we we're talking about before. Yeah, automating the EQ is really cool. It really does add that drive. It might be one of my hesitations with, you know, I like to get straight into the song. I don't like to build these long intros. This one's actually pretty long for me. It's kind of like almost 2 sections. It's got this big thing, and then it's got the but in Blinding Lights, he does the Weeknd does a really long intro kind of thing. So I think that by me kind of doing you know, having a reference like that, I think that will kind of work. But then also you got to let them know that when they push play, that they can tell there's something coming. So it's not like it's just like this intro. It's like, oh, different song. You know, by doing those volumes, you do risk the fact that they play and they're like, well, this one's really quiet. You know, you do kind of risk that with the music supervisor. But then I think too, if you start with this real, it's obvious that this is like, it's like a, and they can tell there's something coming here. So let's see if we can tell that if we play it from the beginning again.
So real quick, from a sound editor's point of view, how how frustrated or willing to work with that are they going to be? Because if they're looking to plug something in, yeah, we need 8 seconds of intro, and then they can start singing here, and then that'll work. And it's this kind of dampened, EQ'd thing. I mean, it doesn't start off and it's not full tilt right away.
Right.
So, I mean, does that help or hinder, or does it make it fall more into the artist category to where it works better as a sync kind of song? Or
Well, yeah, and you great points you're bringing up. And check out, I've got an edit point. Check out the edit point when it goes shh, dun. So they can have whatever they want. So check that out. So they can have whatever you want. It's a smorgasbord here. I don't like one of those snares though. So yeah, so that kind of then they can kind of pick and choose. It's a clean edit point. So when you see the wave will go shh, and you can there's just the cleanest little cut there. And this genre works really well with doing these kind of stops, and that's why there's actually a few stops in the song. I'd rather do a stop. And if you notice, there's no drum fills. Like, did you notice that there's no like, I don't do that much drum fills because you can choose to do that if you want. And there is a few pop songs that have some great fills in them that are like, that's cool, But then in sync music, it's really nice to have those breaks, and those just having that break just, I don't know, just does something, So. But it's not quite perfect. It's not quite working for me. I gotta figure out the exact time on this one, and that might be just fresh ears, whether it needs to be a little longer or a little shorter on that. That actually felt pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So let's keep going. With a song this big, there's just so much tweaking involved. There's so many elements, and so when you get to that point where you can just tell your ears are like, I'm done. You're not. You need to hear it as a whole with fresh ears. Have a listen to it. Have it on your iPods and just be like, walking around the house or go for a walk or whatever. And you're like listening to it as a whole song. And then you can be like, whoa, what was that? Have to get rid of that snare or that kick or whatever it is, and then or what was I trying there? Because this bridge mightn't work. We'll see tomorrow with fresh ears, but let's go ahead and head towards the finalizing the bounce. What are we up to here? I think I was doing a little bit on this, so now I'm heading more into the mastering. I was getting rid of some of that high pitched. Let me just get the main lead vocal to pop through a bit more. This moment.
Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till time.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but just adding that little 3.5K. I just found a sweet spot in my voice. Like, I just found a frequency that I liked up there in that clear range, and then I just bumped it only like 1.5 dB. But it just sounds so clear. It just popped. It just was like, whoa, that was really cool. I'll play it one more time, see if you guys can hear that. Just in the lead vocal.
Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh.
All right, so that's just a little adding all these one percenters. That's really what we're doing. Let's go ahead and bounce. There's probably a few more things I probably need to tweak. There was something I was just thinking about before that should have. I'm just constantly hearing little things. Oh, got to change that. Got to fix that. Got to. But I think we've been going long enough here, and you guys have heard this song too many times. So let's go ahead and just finalize that mastering.
Wait till tomorrow. It's now I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment. It's now I'm feeling something. Living only for this moment.
Normally I go through, but I know I'm gonna have to come back to this. Normally I go through, and all these breaths here, I might have to do another video for you guys, like part 6, I guess. But I normally go through and take out these breaths. So I just go through and trim off that little. I don't know if you guys, there's like, see a little pop, a little saliva pop. I just cut these, do a little fade, and then I go and automate all those.
There's something about it that we wanted from here and moving on, yeah. And everything moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger. See, it makes us stronger. It seems here now, and no holding back. Only ever moving forward, but we got it all.
So I go through and do that with all the vocals, and down here with these backing vocals, I'm just gonna get rid of all of that because that's just going to create noise and just it's like 20 voices all kind of decide to breathe. So I'll go
tomorrow.
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm done. Let's just do those so I know they're done. Alright, so I'll go here. I'll probably do that tomorrow, especially on that first verse. We'll see what else. I know there's going to be probably a truckload of things. Alright, so let's keep going towards the end.
Ooh.
Alright, so I'm going to use this other mastering stuff. Oh, wrong one. That snare, so loud.
It's now. Living only for this moment. Living only for this moment. For this moment. You know
I'm just putting a high pass on all these. We don't need any of this noise. It's going to make that kick just punch through a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm just making sure I'm just. See, all that's going to add up. All that stuff down there is going to add up. No, I don't want that. Nah, it's just noise. That's all I want. Can you guys hear that? Ooh, just noise. Just gonna take away from that kick.
Living only for this moment. It's here. It's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now, we're feeling something. Living only for this moment. Tomorrow, dancing now, we're feeling something.
That's going to make a huge difference.
I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Dancing now, we're feeling something. Living only for this moment. And I'll live every second when you're near.
Alright, so here's this. I'm nearly there, I promise, guys. I promise. I'm telling myself as well. So if you have a listen, I'll take that parallel compression off. It's minus 33. You're hardly going to be hearing it, but you might be able to through your speakers. It's hard going through the all through the Zoom and stuff. And that's actually another reason too. The sound card that I use to mix on when I do these courses, when I do these live calls, it has to go through Zoom for the video. But the sound card that I normally have is like it's the Lynx Hilo, so ILO, I think you say it, but it's like a 2500. It's a mastering engineer's kind of sound card, so it's like you can hear everything so crystal clear, and it gets, I don't know, Zoom's like a free thing, So anyway, that's interesting. But let me just play this a little bit here for you.
It's all I'm needing. Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing.
I don't know if that kind of translated, but it's yeah, night and day. That's at minus 33. It's just for a track like this, it just needs that extra little bit, and the 1176 was famous for a reason. So let's go ahead, and I think we're ready to bounce this down. Let me have a listen to the last part of the
and everything that makes seems here now, and no holding back. Ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh, it's now. I'm feeling something. Ooh, living only for this moment. It's all I'm needing. Repeat it on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward, but we got it all. Yeah, it's here. We won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh, it's now. I'm feeling something. Ooh, living only for this moment. And now I'm living every second when you're near. You won't wait till tomorrow. Ooh, it's now. I'm feeling something. Ooh, living only for this moment. And now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second when you're near. I'm living every second when you're near.
There's one I don't like in there.
Now I'm living every second when you're near.
Near.
Now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second. And now I'm living every second when you're near. And now I'm living every second when you're near.
That hi-hat, I just want to pull it down a little bit. we have a song. We have a song.
And for this moment,
It might be a bit long, but we'll finish that. I think we'll have a look at that when we get to the.
for this moment.
Something happened. Stop there. So this is part of mastering right here.
And for this moment,
It's one of the delays somewhere. I think it's.
and for this moment,
That sound.
and for this moment,
It's the hook. Yeah, it's the hook.
and for this moment, and for this moment, and for this moment, and for
Oh, it's that too. It's that tail.
this moment.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll see how that goes. All right, bounce this guy. I love that intro. It's so 80s. It's so like, it's like real like filter. That's really cool. We'll see. We'll see. I like it now, but we'll see, won't we? All right, let's bounce this guy down. I do not even know what. Oh, for this moment, I guess I'd call it. For this moment. 24. Yep. It's fine. All right, there we go. Do you guys want to listen to it, or do you want me to? Are you done and we want to talk? Thumbs up to listen, because if I click online, we can listen to it all the way through. Thumbs down. Let's just chat. Let's ask some questions. What do you guys want? Thumbs up. All right, there we go.
There's something about it that we want it. From here we're moving on, yeah. And everything that makes us stronger seems here now. And no holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. It's now, I'm feeling something, and living only for this moment. I feel the beat, it's all I'm needing. Repeating on replay, yeah. And here with you, all that I'm knowing just seems to melt away. No holding back, only ever moving forward. But we got it all. Yeah, it's here, we won't wait till tomorrow. It's now, I'm feeling something, and living only for this moment. And I'm living every second when you're near.
All right. So I got a couple of changes I already can hear, but that's all right. We'll come back to it tomorrow. I don't like those hats. I turned them down. I'm gonna like get rid of them. And a few of those risers were just too loud, but that's all good. So let's save. We actually have a song. We have a song we can actually tweak, and then we can send it off. Um, this song's going to be stuck in your head. Fiona says, "I am sorry." Sorry about that. LOL, mine too. Good. Nice job. Thanks, guys. You guys are so awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. And hopefully, was there any keys? Did you guys learn any little nuggets, or is there anything you guys are? Sometimes I just go. Sometimes I just fly through, and I'm like, oh, that was pretty cool. But good. Okay, good. And keep in mind too, it's trying to be like the Weekend, but I don't feel like I nail it. I don't get like I get close, but it's like I just end at the end of the day, what ends up happening is you end up pulling elements and emotions and feelings like it, and then you have this song that you wouldn't have done. Like I wouldn't have done it if I didn't get inspired by some of these ideas and have a listen to some of these kicks and the snares and the different sounds, and then you write the song and you end up getting a lot closer to it. But it's like you never like I don't sound like the Weeknd. He's got a really high voice and I've got a soft, lower voice. But that's okay. That's my take on it. And yeah, it ends up, as long as it gets good and you've written the words, like the lyrics aren't too descriptive or too narrowing down. Then it's a good sync song and you've got the elements there and it's fun. And as I said too, there's about a billion ways to do what I just did there. So. There's so many ways to get there. I create extra tracks when I want to create effects because I don't like the automation too much in Pro Tools because it's hard to see. Sometimes you'll be like, what happened there? And it's like you can't see it. And who knows what happened to that gremlin in there who jumped in there and changed all my notes. I know it's one of you guys on the call because that doesn't normally happen. So. But other than that, guys, you guys got any questions or any thoughts or before I let you go? I know we've been going for like 2.5 hours. So. Oh yeah, I see a hand up there. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Quick question on that CLA vocal. I know you kind of just copied it to every track. Can you bust that too? Like if you wanted to save resources, like if you weren't making a bunch of different settings per track, would you recommend it, or is it better just to copy and paste? Or just curious.
That's a good question. Because a lot of mine were exactly the same, so I could have busted, I guess, to save some room. The only thing is sometimes it does sometimes when you bus everything to that and then you put the effect on it, it's almost like summing them all. So you're summoning instead of summing each individual part. Sometimes it goes down to one and just works extra hard on 10 vocals and stuff. I don't know. To be honest, that would be a good one to try out and just see if there is a difference. Try it on your own system, and if you're not hearing a difference and you need the CPU, then do it. Or if I was in the case where my computer was starting to flip out, then I probably might have done some bussing, and just being like, let's all send these, maybe all the oohs, I'd maybe bust them all down to just one and just put that effect on that. So yeah, good question. But yeah, I guess I just kind of I'm a little bit lazy and just it's so in the like let's create the sound, let's throw it up there, and I'm not like so what you just said could be a smarter way. I'd have to have a listen to double check, but yeah, could be.
Great.
Try it and then let me know.
It sounds awesome. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, try it and let me know. Let me know if you get the same sort of sound. One problem that I could see in my way that I'm doing it is sometimes the plugins create a sound. And if I've actually, and I'm just thinking out loud now, but if I've actually stacked on that same sound, I could be actually introducing a lot of noise that maybe I'm cutting it out later because I'm hearing something. I'm just like, let me go, or maybe I'm not. Maybe it could be cleaner. So it's good. It's a good thought process or a good question or a good. I might try that next time I throw a session up and just A/B it to kind of yeah, it's a good smart man. Thanks for the tip.
No, I was just thinking 'cause it seemed like there was a lot of the same. So I'm like, I wonder if I tried that, wasn't sure like if you get more phasing or build up or. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see a lot of the build up of that sound. So it could be cleaner actually. It probably could be cleaner. But yeah, good question. Good analogy. Yeah. It was like, oh, good, I found it. Vicky said that it was her. She found a way into the back of my system and thought, what should we do that would really just make everything just go crazy? You just a semitone. That's it. You just so no. So if I'm playing a D, you just moved everything to a D flat. So it's like, I hear it. I hear it. Sneaky, very sneaky. So, oh, awesome, guys. I'm going to let you all go and have a great afternoon. And hopefully this song won't be stuck in your head too long. But yeah, I'm glad you guys got something out of it. And I'm going to be doing probably a couple more mixes. I might go ahead and record them as I'm just kind of tweaking, or I might just kind of do it and maybe just post the end result of the song, because I don't think there's much else I would do. Other than those vocals, there's a couple of vocal lines that they're moving around a little bit, and a few breaths kind of sticking out. So I might go back and just tidy up and tighten up those vocals, and then if there's anything that sticks out of the mix, like that snare is too loud, or I might pull that down. But I think we've pretty much got a wall of sound. It's probably too much, so I might. It's just a wall, so I might just have a listen and see how it goes. But yeah, no worries, guys. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you guys in the chat.
One quick question.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Stan.
Can we hear the final product when you're done?
Yes, I'll go ahead and I'll post it in the groups. So I'll just post the final product. I'm guessing it's probably probably 3 or 4 mixes away. So like just little 10, 15 minute like tweaking and different little things. But I think it's probably about 90. It's probably about 92% there. I feel right now I feel good with it, and I don't think there's going to be major changes. No, I know there's not going to be major changes because we'll just keep moving on to the next song, But I'll post it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Awesome. We'll have a great week, guys, and I'll see you in the chat. All right, bye.